Hello everyone, my name is Dirk, and today I'll be showing you my clan. This is Roeclan and we'll be starting from the deputy. You'll see the leader later. So our deputy is Scythid, and he's a chaotic goofball. He loves his clan and is best friends with Roestella. He has trust issues and is genuinely interested in one day falling in love with a Tom who'd love him dearly. His current crush is Rainbow Valley, but so far nothing has worked. No matter how hard he tried, Rainbow Valley would immediately turn his eyes to Greenreed. Though it hurts Scythid, he wants Rainbow to be happy. Speaking of happiness, Scythid is very unhappy with his name. He finds it repulsive and thinks it relates to his old leader too much. The leader's name was Skyhawk. Skyhawk is a very bad cat who is practically the tiger star of this group's lore. He worships the Skyfather, and he demands sacrifices. The only reason the other 5 clans exist is because they decided that they needed a safer place to live and to get far from Skyhawk. Anyways, that's enough, Scythid. It's time to meet our medicine cat named Finchfur. Oh, Finchfur, what a handsome kitty cat. He is Roeclan's medicine cat, mate and father of Roestella and Roestella's first litter. Before you at me about the medicine cat mate thing, please understand that the code is a suggestion to follow. I'd rather follow BloodClan than follow the code. Now, Finchfur is a very social cat, being extremely patient and thoughtful of those around him, especially Roestella, who has a hard time expressing her feelings, though you could say this duo was made for each other. Finchfur gained his title as medicine cat when he revealed that his now passed-on mother used to help the sick, elderly and the hopeless in dire needs. Finch then proceeded to become mates with Roestella when she revealed her feelings for him. While it did take a while for her to properly explain, Finch listened through it all and accepted her feelings. The two are now the proud parents of 3 kits whom I'll reveal at it. Now, what is Finchfur's opinion on the other cats? He adores them all and only dislikes Rainbow Valley for the fact he gets injured every single day like Simon Man. Now that we've finished up Finchfur's bit, we have time to reveal the current won't they clan couple. These are Rainbow Valley and Greenreed, the clan's official won't they couple? Let's just say that the 2 only came along in hopes they could get a taste of that roe pie, but sadly they missed their chance. Now the 2 are both bi, but they have great chemistry with each other, with the only downside being that they're stuck in the closet. Like, literally, they refuse to confess that they like each other. Like, come on, we've been waiting 12 months for this and this is how you're gonna act. Anyways, the 2 aren't an actual couple, but there have been hints. Anyways, now about the cats' personalities. Rainbow Valley is a ditzy yet cunning cat who manages to keep the attention on himself about 78% of the time. The only reason he even stays in the clan is because he can barely survive out in the wild by himself. He practically sucks at even existing because he keeps injuring himself though. The other clan cats have been wondering if this guy even has a family that he was separated from. He says he was separated from his brother, but everyone thinks he's just lying in order for people to treat him like a little baby. Meanwhile, Greenleaf is a smart but very dissociated cat who occasionally blanks things out of his mind. He is the brother to Carnation Clan's deputy, Blossom Flip. The 2 were very close, and the only reason they got separated was due to the panic of cats scattering away in order to run from Skyhawk. Greenleaf occasionally sees his brother from time to time on border patrols, but lately Blossom Flip has been busy with other things, and Greenleaf wonders if one day, just for 1 moon, he could share a moss bed with his brother on Seymour. Though, the 2 have lately found comfort in each other due to their similar experiences. This has caused the 2 to hang out more and more despite their clan strongly not advising it, since the 2 could mentally destroy each other, though they've been fine lately. Adora and Emerald. These 2 are the complete opposite of Rainbow and Green, for they are only friends from what they say, though everyone keeps mistaking them for a couple, which really grinds Emerald Fade's ears since she didn't survive Hawkmoth clan for this. Adora was originally a loner who wanted nothing to do with the clans. The only reason she joined was just so she could live her sister's dream of joining and thriving in a clan. Her motivations besides that are unknown, and Bristledapple is very suspicious of her. Meanwhile, Emerald Fate originally joined the clan because she owes it her life. She was originally just a poor rogue who'd gotten separated from her brothers. When she finally found them, however, she was horrified to find out that they had been murked already. She was so horrified that she got caught by Hawkmothclan cats. She was pounced on and thrashes around like a sack of dead mice. She lost an eye and her tail to those damn cats, and she refuses to elaborate further on what else they did. Eventually they chased the poor she-cat into the thunderpath where she got hit. She barely survived. The only reason she actually survived was because two warriors came to her aid, and they helped her back to camp, where Finchfur happily attended to her wounds, though he kept taking mental notes on her and her condition. Once she was fit and ready, she began to work very hard, trying to make up all that lost time that her injuries took away from her. She waited to prove herself worthy even though she was injured. Currently, Adora is the only cat who can get Emerald to relax for 5 or so minutes before she started hurting herself again. For that lost time, Adora has even offered to be Emerald's mental health coach, but Emerald has disagreed multiple times. Adora and Emerald both don't like Cinnamon Amuno for his winning, and Rainbow Valley just for the fact he acts like an overgrown toddler. Now onto my favorite to cats who have been in the clan for almost its entire lifespan, Freezelake and Half Daisy. The two are siblings and I absolutely adore them. I remember really enjoying my time drawing the two. Half Daisy and Freezelake are two rambunctious warriors who are demanding and bratty, but have good hearts. The two do almost everything together and are absolutely inseparable despite their flaws. Half Daisy is a tom while Freezelake is a she-cat. While the two may act arrogant or bratty, they are extremely overprotective of their apprentices and each other. Freezelake even remembers barging up to Roestella demanding that she go to Hawkmothclan in order to beat up Skyhawk, all because his warrior bit her apprentice. Scythed also recalls this, remembering how Freezelake demanded that the two stay quiet while he discussed about another matter requiring Roestella, but the twins wouldn't shut up and had to have Roestella herself just to shut them up. The two warriors absolutely look up to Roestella and see her as a badass just for the fact that she could handle so many things on her shoulders, especially when she was teaching young cats what to do. The two cats were originally orphaned by their parents once they hit 3 moons old and could eat solid food. They watched as their parents walked away and not turning back, so the two learned how to hunt and fend for themselves the best they could. Eventually the two found a pair of lost kittens that belonged to 3 now dead she-cats. The kits were young and they could barely be left on their own, so the duo took them in and tried their hardest to fend for the 5 of them. Eventually Roestella would find them and offer them a home, which they gladly obliged. Speaking of those 3 kits, we'll be focusing our attention on them next, since they surely are something, if you would. But I'll explain it when I explain it. Now, these 3. I'm not too proud of their peak, but honestly, I don't care anymore. These 3 were the first 3 kits to enter the clan and were the first newly made apprentices for the clan. Their names are Bristledapple, Milkweedbud, and Cinnamon. No, they aren't related to each other. The 3 are really close to each other and they look up to the twins. They keep thinking to themselves like, wow, what cool cats. I hope I get to be that in the future. Currently, the youngie is Cinnamon, who is stuck being an apprentice until her leader gets better. Now, what are their personalities? Well, Cinnamon is a very social apprentice who always whines about the most minor cases. He is probably the one cat who almost got strangled by Finchfur himself, so let's just say that the two are not in the best relationship. Milkweedbud is a very accident-prone cat who has the most bones to pick with Hawkmothclan. They took away his father and they're the reason his mother died and they forced the clans to form. He may or may not have also been attacked by one of their patrols. Now Bristledapple, he's the most skeptical cat in the clan. He doesn't like anyone in the clan minus the twins and his brothers if you would, though he has grown a soft spot for Roestella and her mini family despite what's happened. He believes that he should one day become substitute deputy once Scythid passes on. Even though he has no true relations to Roestella, for some reason no matter how hard Scythid explains, Bristledapple will always ignore him. Now, you must be wondering why I didn't include Starklan into this. Well, it's because Roeclan doesn't really believe in Starklan. The clans in this lore believe in 5 different religions, which are Ancient Garden, a giant roe deer, Skyfather, an ancient tree, and a train. Yes, a train. Oh look, we're already at Roestella, the leader of this clan and our final cat. Roestella is a very cold and distant cat who absolutely has a hard to expressing herself or describing things. In her past, everyone would misunderstand her or call her annoying. The reason she became leader was because she somehow managed to be the glue for this unlikely batch of cats. Now, on to her kits, who are known as Lamgatito, Astergatito, and Loudgatito. Lamgatito is a shy little bugger who is both a mama and papa's boy. He definitely tries his best to be social but fails since he shares his mama's trait of having a hard time expressing or explaining himself. Luckily, his family is patient with him, and Roestella luckily understands what he means most of the time. Now Astergatito is the social butterfly of the family. She has minor verbal struggles, but she's trying to get over them and has succeeded a couple of times, but when she goes back to that word, she fails at it again. Now Loudgatito is extremely extroverted and definitely is the kid to look at someone and immediately say all their opinions about them out loud, which embarrasses Roestella due to her social anxiety. The only one who's truly gotten offended was Bristle. Hello everyone, Utra Dirk here. I've come here to apologize for the fact I used text to speak and not my actual voice. I'm not comfortable yet, and I'm planning to do a voice reveal at maybe 500 or 1000 subscribers, which will probably never happen, so don't count your blessings. Remember, if you like this content then please like and subscribe. Also, sorry for the grammar. Bye bye.